Hello, my friends. Welcome back. We are here at Microsoft Ignite, and I am privileged, nay, honored to be here with Team Argus. Why don't you introduce yourselves? You are the Red Bull Basement finalists. So we'll start with you, and then we'll go to you. Tell us about yourself and then what you did. Oh, look at this. It's so helpful.
Hi, I'm Arjun, and I'm a senior at Stanford, and I'm one of the co-founders of Argus.
Hi, my name is Daniel. Recently dropped out of Stanford, and also one of the co-founders of Argus.
Hey, I didn't finish school either. It's okay. I'm just
It's too hard, man.
I know it's really hard, right? But it's even harder to actually build technology that helps people. You recently won the Imagine Cup. Tell us about Argus. We'll start with you.
Yeah, Argus is a voice-activated device for the visually impaired. It's separated by a camera module that goes on your glasses, as Arjun has here.
Oh, very good.
And a compute module that goes in your pocket over here. And the major inspiration for this project was our grandparents, who both had uncorrectable visual impairments. My grandma was a secondary black belt in Taekwondo, so she had like all these incredible abilities, and seeing her go through and age into this issue was something that was incredibly visceral. I know Arjun also had a similar story with his grandfather. You want to talk a little bit
Tell
about
about that. Make sure you keep the mic because I want to hear it. By the way, your grandma could still beat me up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, my grandpa also suffers from macular degeneration. Just living with like my grandpa sometimes, like it's hard seeing these really basic tasks just become significantly harder. That was the inspiration for Argus. Daniel gave you a really brief taste of it, and Argus pretty much just helps people like our grandparents in everyday tasks, like navigating spaces, identifying their pills, or recognizing their faces by being like a voice assistant that runs locally.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's not just for grandparents. I know you can't see my contacts, but literally I have the worst eyesight in the world, and having this kind of technology when I can't find my glasses is absolutely life-changing. How'd you come up with the idea? We'll go with you. You're going to tell us more.
Yeah, so Arjun and I were both brainstorming what ways that we could be able to like really help our grandparents, and we noticed that, you know, in their day-to-day lives that they needed help knowing where things were, whether or not they might bump into a wall. And these were all just like very simple things that we knew that we could solve through like time of flight sensors, through computer vision models, and we were able to implement that into a hardware device. And yeah, we knew that there was nothing else on the market that was able to run all of this locally, so we wanted to be able to create a device that was 100% reliable and always there for them.
So that's really cool, but you've done this with the Imagine Cup and now with the Red Bull Basement. I don't know what that is. Can you tell us about that and what the experience has been like, Arjun?
Yeah, so around this time last year, we entered Red Bull Basement just like with an idea. And over about 2 months of working through Red Bull Basement, which is like Red Bull's like competition to support student entrepreneurs.
Oh, cool.
We got so much mentorship from experts at like AMD, Red Bull, and Microsoft on things like business plan, tech, computer vision, and storytelling. And that really gave us a lot of feedback on like how to like actually take Argus from like 0 to 1 as an idea to like something that actually is a viable business. And then entering the Microsoft Imagine Cup after that was kind of like a spiritual successor to that in a way, where we continued to get so much feedback. And winning the Imagine Cup was just huge for the two of us because it was like such good validation, and like we knew our problem is something that everyone believes needs to be solved, and that was some of the fuel for us to continue doing it.
And I love the product placement there. He just literally took a sip. It was absolutely beautiful. You've made a startup out of this. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we decided to go the route of creating like a comprehensive healthcare startup. So we want to be able to tackle all the issues and all the like, it's like words that you know, like the words that you know are like, healthcare is broken in America, and we want to be able to tackle all of it. And you really don't know how big the issue is and how hard the system is to navigate until you've been in it. So through Argus, we've been able to navigate that, and we realized that things need to change on that end as well. So we've been building both Argus as well as a comprehensive healthcare startup in order to address all of these problems at once.
Yeah, and I feel like empathy and feedback and care is a big part. Why don't you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think empathy is something that's really important for Daniel and I, right? We're both seeing people, and living with people like our grandparents has really helped us understand the problems that like visually impaired people have, right? It's not useful if you're in healthcare building something that no one needs just because you're like, oh, a visually impaired person might need this.
Yeah.
So because we've been able to talk to so many people and really feel for them, I think we've had a better job of like understanding the problems that actually needs to be solved, which is really important for any sort of healthcare company.
So what has been the funnest aspect of doing it? I know it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, I can tell. But what's been something fun that you've taken away, learnings that maybe for someone else that wants to use empathy, feedback to help in a greater sense? Why don't we go with you, bud?
Yeah, I think the most rewarding aspect of building a product is always seeing people actually use it.
Yeah.
And the first beta users were our grandparents, and just seeing them.
That was probably pretty cool.
It's wonderful.
Well, but there's bad feedback. They're always like, "It's just so wonderful. We love it," right?
Oh no, my grandma is very critical. Yeah, she's like, "Wait, why doesn't this have?"
Good. We should all have her on a user feedback. It was amazing.
So yeah, no, it was incredible seeing them being able to use it in real time, and being able to iterate off of that, and that's always the most rewarding.
What about you?
aspect.
What's been fun for you, Arjun?
I think for me, it's also been seeing my grandpa use the product. But another fun thing that happened for us was really actually just going to Tokyo, Japan for the Red Bull Basement World Championship.
There's a champion. Tell us about that. Tell us
Yeah,
about
we spent a week in Tokyo just learning from professionals and pitching our startup.
And how did that go? So would you just show up there and you're like, "Hey, look at this stuff"? Did you bring your grandma? That would have really sold it.
Oh, I wish. Yeah.
So tell us about the competition though that was there.
Yeah, we got a couple days of just boot camp from Red Bull professionals on how to pitch a startup, and then we were able to do that, and that was super helpful not only for that competition but also the Imagine Cup.
Well, I love it. I could spend all day with these dudes. They are so amazing, and they're very good at product placement. For more information about AMD, follow the link on your screen, and thank you for watching.